everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and, there's my hand, Single and Placing. Hi! I hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Today we are doing a little experiment, kind of trying to figure something out. I just finished Senorita from Henry Clive and Jaded Gem Shop a few days ago, and it is about to go to a friend who actually purchased it from me. Before I give it to them, I wanted to clean up a little bit of the gapping that I noticed as I was diamond painting. You know, my placement isn't perfection, so there's some gapping that's a little bit more noticeable in the skin tone on Senorita and some of the white background, maybe even some of the orange. So I wanted to see if I could clean that up a little bit and just make it look a little bit more uniform. And Jade, who is the owner of Jaded Gem Shop, actually did a video, I feel like months back, where she utilized mica powder, brushed it in the gaps, and it kind of fills it in, makes the kit look a little bit more uniform and clean as far as the reduction of gapping. So I went out and snagged myself from Michael's this set of mica, resin mica powders. And so this is their warm tone set. They also have a cool tone set. And so I have, she used a toothbrush. I have a little extra toothbrush head here. So I'm going to see if I can't clean this up a little bit before I give it to my friend, or, you know, she accepts her purchase. So I'm taking a look at some of the colors they have here. And I'm for the skin tone, I'm either trying to decide between this white or this kind of cream. I think they're calling it pearl. So they're calling that pearl. I think I might go with the white. They're calling that silver. It's not really silvery to me. It's more of a white. So we're going to give that a shot and see what it looks like. Yeah. So I hope everyone's doing well. I'm a little nervous because I don't want to ruin it. Okay, good. They have the... Do they have the colors? No, they do not have the colors on them. Okay, so here is our powder. So that, oh, there it is, sorry. So there's our powder there. Is that the right way to open it? Okay, cool. So I'm going to do a little test corner just to see if this is the correct color I should be using. Essentially, you just dip the brush in the powder ever so slightly, and then you just start to go over it. Oh, okay, yeah, it does fill it in. Okay. That is working. Okay. Let's see what the other one looks like. The pearl. Sorry, you probably didn't even see any of that. And I'm like really focusing, so I'm going to be a little bit quiet. Let's try the pearl. Oh, that's much better. Okay. That silver was a little too white for my liking, but there's what the pearl looks like. So I'm just using the tiniest amount, and then you just kind of give it a good brush. Oh wow, that looks much better. You want to go in multiple directions, and you don't need much at all to really get some good coverage. So hopefully you can see how that mica is really filling in the gaps there. Wow, it makes it look like you had like perfect spacing or perfect placement. Okay, so yeah, you can kind of see that it's really cleaning that up. Let's do a little bit more over here. Oh wow, there was even a drill that I put down that was like had a little piece missing out of it, and it just filled in that space. So now it looks like a much more cleaner drill. I'm getting a little bit onto some of the black areas around. So I may go through with a cloth and just wipe that up when I'm done. But yeah, that's looking pretty good. What do you think? I guess I could have also taped off the darker colors, but we'll be okay. Oh, that was a lot. That was a lot. Come over here, Mica. Sorry, I'm doing an area you can't see. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Definitely better than it did. And it doesn't, I personally don't think it has to be completely perfect. And I don't think that she expects it to be completely perfect either. So I'm not super concerned about it, but this will at least touch it up a little bit so it's just a little bit cleaner looking. I'm not trying to get every gap either. Just enough to kind of blur some of that bigger sections of gapping. Nice, this is looking good. Definitely don't want to do this on a canvas that has like loosey-goosey drills, because you are kind of applying a fairly good amount of pressure. Okay, well, that's my little test. I think that really helped. Let's do a little bit more up here. Like I said, I'm not super worried about bleeding into the slightly darker colors because I'm going to go over this with a cloth, and then this is also going to get sealed when we're done. Yeah, you definitely want to be careful getting the lighter color like on a black probably, but other than that, yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. All right, cool. Well, yeah, I mean, that was a quick video, a quick, I guess, tutorial, but there isn't too much more, you know, to do. I'm going to do the rest of her skin tone. And see what we're looking like there, and then if I decide to get extra saucy, then I'll do some of the background. But like I said, I'm not necessarily looking for perfection. That was just the main areas that I noticed a little bit of something. So let's go ahead. I'm going to scroll this down just so you can see a little bit of the difference. So this is the area that's just been completed. I think that looks nice. And then you can see what still needs to be done right here on her shoulder, up through her hand. It's mainly her face that I'm also trying to get taken care of too. So you can see her chin there, just some gappings in the face. So Let's maybe do a little bit more before I let you go. We'll just kind of see how we end. It is a little messy, I will say that, playing with mica. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's do a little bit in the hand here. Ooh, that was a lot. But yeah, it kind of just fills in the gaps. It just blurs things ever so slightly. If you're not someone that is like super particular about gapping, which I am not, then I probably wouldn't do this. But once again, this is something that someone is paying me for. And so I do want to polish it up just a little bit. At least the skin tone, the subject of the canvas. I don't think, just for the sake of time, I'm probably not going to do the background. Now, I'm just thinking about like, okay, how long is this taking versus me just wanting it to be done. So I probably won't do the background. If for some reason I highly doubt she ever would, even if she did think this, but if she did comment on it, like, oh, it's got like those gaps there, then I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I can come through and clean it up for her. But I just don't think there's really much of an issue. And then since you can see where I got it over some of the darker color right there, then what I want to do is I'm going to go get a mild, not a wet cloth, but just like a slightly dampened a slightly damp cloth, and I'm going to run it over that. That looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. And I'm doing this kind of fast, quick and dirty mode. I'm sure I could be a little bit more meticulous, but this is nice. Okay. Oops. What do you think? That really cleaned that up. Okay, you're going to come with me while I run to the bathroom real quick and grab a slightly dampened towel and rinse my hands. I've got mica on my fingers. Get off. Okay. Let's use this. Okay, I'm just wringing it out in the sink really well. Yeah, okay. I don't want to get any water like dripping by any means. So let's kind of see what happens if we just... Okay. Awesome, that looks fine. So there you go. It does wipe off of the darker colors pretty well. It's not super clean. So you probably do want to be a little careful as you're doing this. So you're not, you know, drenching those darker colors in lighter colored mica. But for the most part, it looks fine. And this is all up very, very up close at a viewing distance. Your eye's gonna pull it all together for you. So, wow, that looks so much cleaner. as far as like the gapping. I see a couple areas where I can touch up just a little bit more down here in her shoulder. Okay. Okay. Shall we do, maybe we should do a little bit more and then we'll wrap up the video. Let's get to the face because that's the part that I was most concerned about, and I'll move her over a little bit. Okay. Apollo, don't eat your harness, please. Eat the toy. Did you hear me? Thank you. He's like, yeah, but you're not playing with me, so... It's like doing makeup. Just gonna put a little bit of foundation in there. Looks really good. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm like trying to focus. Okay, just a little bit more on her forehead and I think we'll be good. But yeah, the background, I do see some gapping here and there in the background, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I think it'll be fine. It was really just, like I said, the subject that I wanted to be a little bit cleaner. I think that looks good. Okay, so let's take our cloth one last time. Just clean up those eyes. There you have it. That looks a lot better, I think. A lot more uniform, no major visible gapping. And I think that just comes together a little better. I will say, when you do get the mica on the darker colors, you do leave a little bit of sparkliness on them, but it kind of adds to the shimmer of them a little bit. But much cleaner of an end result. Let me see if I can zoom out for you. Much cleaner of an end result. I really like that. Awesome. Cool, Jade. This is a good hack. I will say if you've got light colors up against dark colors, you will get some of that lighter colored mica in those gaps, which can look a little off, like they've got gunk in between, so you do want to be mindful of that, but overall, not too shabby. So I am going to seal this with a pretty fluid sealer. So that's the other thing that I'll probably want to be careful of is when I'm using my sealer brush to not like dig in there and accidentally like brush out or wipe out the mica. Oh, she looks fantastic. This kit is just amazing all around. but I think that is a pretty solid hack. I used a decent amount of mica, but keep in mind this is a 80 by 110 centimeter canvas, and so there's a lot of skin tone to cover. I mean, her figure, her skin tone, I'd say takes up a good, 15% of the canvas, so I could see why I used a lot, but it's not super expensive, and you can get it even cheaper on like sites like Amazon. I just went with what I could get in my hands as quickly as possible, and that was with the Michaels down the road. So anyway, that's that. Here's what my brush looks like afterwards, and here's what my hands look like. I need a lot of soap. Luckily, I don't know if this is, I would doubt this is cosmetic grade mica, but mica is found in a lot of beauty products, makeup, skincare, so anyway, all right, let me know if you have any questions, if you have any other tips and tricks for the mica method. You can see some gapping up here in the background, but I'm not going to worry about it. I think her skin tone was what I wanted to focus on, and I think it turned out nicely. So I'm going to seal this, and it's going off to a friend. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, anything like that. Otherwise, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of this content. Otherwise, happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye.